Calling to order the Public Utilities Commission meeting. It is 6:04 p.m. Tuesday, September 14th, 2021. And roll call, please.
Hassan. Quorum.
Present.
Hall.
Here.
Kreisel.
Here.
Nolan. Is Pat there?
He's there.
Okay. Yeah, he's not, just can't.
Can you hear us, Pat?
Winkle. I don't see a little microphone next to his,
I think he's talking. Just can't hear him.
Well, maybe when he votes, he'll have to give thumbs up, thumbs down.
Okay.
okay.
All right. Approval of the August 10th, 2021 Public Utility Commission meeting minutes.
Move to approve.
Is there a second?
Dave is muted.
I wasn't present at the meeting. I didn't think I could vote on it.
Pat, you can second that.
See, he's not there.
I still think you can vote though, Dave. I don't know
I
why
can vote,
not.
but I can't make a motion, I don't think, because I wasn't at the meeting.
Well, you as presented, so if you had an opportunity to review them.
So moved.
Okay,
No, I made the motion. You
Okay.
seconded it.
Yep.
Yeah.
all right.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. Old business.
Yeah, nothing under old business this month.
Okay, all right, new business. Item 4.1, discussion and possible action on roof replacement at treatment plant number 7 at 719 4th Street North.
Okay, so we earlier this year we had all of our roofs kind of just looked at and evaluated to where we were at. The roof at 719 4th Street North, it's treatment plant number 7, received actually a letter grade of an F. So it's in pretty bad shape. So we did go out, we solicited proposals last month. We got 2 proposals and they are attached. One was from Roof Tech out of Stillwater, Minnesota, and the other one was from Quality Roofing out of Menominee, Wisconsin. As you can see, Quality Roofing out of Menominee actually submitted 2 if we wanted to do it in 2021 or in 2022. This is a budgeted item. Roof Tech did come in at low bid at $42,190. And just for some background, Roof Tech is the one we've actually used them before on other roofs, and they are the ones that are doing all the roof work down at the wastewater treatment plant. So my recommendation is for Roof Tech, Stillwater, Minnesota, in the amount of $42,190 and completed in 2021, if possible. That's always the catch here when we start getting this late. So they think they can do it, but.
Move to approve.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Pat, thumbs up, thumbs down.
You see him?
I can see them.
Oh,
There, now I hear you.
Okay. All right. Motion passes. All right. Item 4.2, discussion and possible action on Magni pay application number 15 for the wastewater treatment plant project.
So pay application number 15 from Magni for the wastewater treatment plant project. It has gone through SEH. They have looked at it, reviewed everything, that what they are submitting has actual work been done or it's parts on site. And it is in the amount of $682,026.21.
Move to approve.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion passes. Item 4.3, discussion and possible action on designating a representative for the West Central Wisconsin Biosolids Facility.
So the West Central Wisconsin Biosolids Facility is looking for, we've always had a resolution. I think what they're doing is with the projects that they have coming up, there is going to be some stuff that's going to have to be voted on. So they're just looking for all the communities to update the resolution as to who the official voting member is. In the past, it is me. It is part of my job description, that I am the representative on the West Central Wisconsin Biosolids Facility Commission. And then also I designated Joe Intihar, who is our lead wastewater operator, as the alternate representative. So if I cannot be there for some reason or whatever, at least we still do have representation on that. So we'd just be looking for a motion for on that resolution. Once that's done, then I'll have to have Andy and Susie sign that and get it back down to the biosolids facility.
All right, do we have a motion on that?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Is there, wait, before you call the vote, just a question on that. I know the facilities planning document was done in October of last year. But after that was done, they were having a couple of public input. Has the plan changed from alternate 2C of that planning document to something else? Any idea?
It's boy, they have so many numbers on there, Mary, that I don't know if it's gone to what they're calling now a 0.5, which would be the first. It's some safety issues that they need to address right away, and then it goes to step number 1,
Yeah,
which
phase
is
1 and phase 2.
Yeah, there you
Right.
go. Phase 1, phase 2. So it's 0.5, phase 1, phase 2. That's where we're at now. I do remember kind of what you're talking about with that C1 or whatever that was.
Yeah, it was all alternate C2, I think, that had the storage facility being expanded or something. That was the major point, the dry
Yeah.
storage facility.
Yep.
Or is it still around $21-23 million project?
Yes.
Between the
yes,
all
depending.
three parts of it?
Yes. Yep. All 3 parts are in that range. It's over. The way I understand it, they're looking. It's probably within a 10-year. All 3 phases in the next 10 years or so, 10 to 15 years.
Okay, that hasn't
and it-
changed because, sorry.
No, that is
Go
not.
ahead.
No, that has not changed.
Okay.
And again, I guess, and that's why I kind of had it on here again under number 6 on our agenda with the 6.1. There is another event that they're having, another dinner. The last one was really greatly attended. I believe all the communities except one were there. So there was about 21 different communities that were represented there. If you have questions, or even if you want more information, I strongly urge you to take that day. They just had a little light lunch. I believe it was chicken and potatoes, type thing, or a lighter dinner. But then the engineer actually walks through the entire process.
Right.
I believe it was it. I was out of there maybe an hour and a half tops. So, and this is something that is going to be in the. So they're killing 6.1 right now too, Susie. So it is something that is, it's not going away. It is going to be happening. It's just a matter of how they're going to be implementing this and how the communities are going to pay for it, which is the big part. Hudson is looking, our portion of that is right between 4 and 4.5 million. So it's a pretty substantial amount. And again, that's why, I put it on here where I would love to see all of you attend if you could. Just come on over, have a late lunch or have a late dinner, listen to the presentation. There was a bunch of great questions asked at the last one. So that's what it is pretty much, Mary. Hope I answered it.
You did actually very well. My only other question, suggestion would be for that commission meets monthly.
Correct.
I know River Falls puts those monthly commission meeting minutes as a standard item in their utility board.
Oh,
Meeting.
okay.
I don't know if it would be beneficial, especially with, the planned changes coming up, to have those minutes in the Hudson Utility Commission meeting as a standard item.
I think it's actually a good idea. At least then, everybody's aware of it. You can see what was discussed and what was talked about. I can, that's something I think that's a great idea. We can actually do. I can add the commission meeting, minutes
Yeah,
to
I tried looking on the Biosolids website and I didn't find any meeting
See,
minutes.
they just started that.
Yeah.
Some of us were kind of concerned that there was such a big project going on. And I was looking for information myself, and Biosolids didn't have a website or anywhere I could go. So it was just kind of more of a challenge. So that's why they just started it. So I'm assuming that they're working hard to get it up and running, but that's something.
I just thought it was kind of cool when I searched for the commission meeting minutes, it showed up in River Falls.
Oh, I guess I've never searched for them, but we can always add that to our agenda. Nothing that would be voted on or whatever, but just for information.
No, just information. Yep.
Yep. I got notes, so we'll start doing that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Did 4.3 pass and voted?
We had a motion and a second, so we just need to vote on continuing to have you as the designated representative to the
And Joe
West
Antahar.
facility. Yeah, and Joe Antahar is the backup.
Yep.
Correct. So all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, motion passes.
Hi, Pat. Nice to have you join us, Pat.
Well, I finally got the audio.
There he is.
All right. Okay, on to number 5, project updates, project status report. So first item is the project status report and the issue sheet here.
So the project status report, we're kind of winding down on everything here now. State Highway 35 project is 85-90% for utilities complete. That's utilities complete. Not everybody. So if anybody's watching, don't think that the whole project's almost done. This is just for the water and sewer stuff. So we're about 85-90% done. There's a little bit of work yet that has to be done, kind of down by Lake Malibu and different things like that. So wastewater treatment plant, we just approved the pay request from Magny on that. It's going well. Again, part of the issues that we're having, we are going to more than likely be pushing that final completion date back. I believe we're now going to be looking at March, April, somewhere in there of 2022 is when we should be complete with that. It's just, it's not from lack of work or anything. The rain days have been great. They haven't had many of those. It's from lack of getting parts, just like everybody's having troubles with. We're having a lot of our stuff, or some of our stuff comes from overseas, from Germany and different places like that. So it's tough getting parts out of their country onto a boat into our country, and then shipping is another big issue that everybody's having right now. So that's pretty much where it stands. Nothing really out of the ordinary. Nothing shocking that's going on down there. It's just it's moving along. So
is that going to increase our costs with that amount of extra time?
No.
Okay.
No.
Good.
Just because of the difficulty in getting parts from overseas and all that kind of stuff, I know it's all new and everything else. Is there any kind of list of backup spare inventory parts that should be on hand?
No, because a lot of that we get. Remember when we order stuff, we order redundant. It is a wastewater treatment plant. So if we're getting, 1 pump or 2 pumps from Germany, for example, I'll just use that. We order 3. So that's normally what gets installed. So we have the backups already there.
Okay.
it's all over the country, Mary. You know, as everybody knows, it's just,
No, I know
it's,
that.
you know, how many vehicles are sitting there that can't get chips?
Exactly.
You know, millions of them. You know, and so it does happen to even little projects like us, but it's moving along. It's moving
No,
along.
no,
Well.
it's not so much, Kip, that it's moving along. It sounds like it's gone actually very well. I'm just thinking into the future that, okay, yep, you have an extra pump, but what if you only need a certain component of a pump that's critical, like a motherboard or something like that?
Yeah, you know, I guess, again, like I said, you know, we have the redundancy of everything. So, you know, each pump is controlled by its own control panels, different things like that. So, you know, I think we'll be okay. And that stuff's expensive. So just have it laying
I
around on a
realize
shelf,
that.
you know, type thing. I think we'll be fine. You know, hopefully we get back to normal one of these days where, you know, the shelves are full and people are working and shipping's working and everything's working the way it should be. So, bless you.
Well, they canceled Oktoberfest in Munich this year because they couldn't make enough beer, they said. They didn't have enough supplies. How sad is that?
That is.
I don't know if I believe it.
Yeah.
I think we lost Pat here.
Uh-oh. Okay, there's no vote on the project status report, is there? No,
No.
okay. All right, wastewater treatment plant construction update.
So in your packet, you do have the memorandum from Caleb, the engineer on site down there. So currently on the influent lab building, the existing treated wastewater recycle pump system was replaced with a new system for reusing treated wastewater at hoses around the plant. New pre-treatment building, the concrete walls and ceiling were coated with 2 coats of epoxy paint. Electrical conduit and process equipment continue being installed. The activated sludge tanks, the existing odor control unit was removed and a new unit began installation. Final clarifiers 1 and 2 exterior walls were cleaned and coated. About half of the plant exterior walls have been coated. Oh, there it is. And then the sludge conditioning building, the dissolved oxygen or the dissolved air flotation, the DAF tank, concrete walls were poured. The new tank will undergo leak testing before it's coated and the equipment is installed. And then there's some very pretty pictures for everybody to look at in there. So that's pretty much the construction update for the wastewater treatment plant. And we don't need a vote or anything on that either.
Okay. I continue to be amazed that the wastewater treatment plant is fully functional with all this going on.
The guys are doing a fantastic job down there. I mean, they work hard at that. They really got to know what they're doing too, for sure. When you start moving, you know, liquid through that building and, you know, making it go different directions and stuff like that. So yeah, hats off to them. They're doing a fantastic job down there.
Yeah, that's unreal. Okay, item 6, other business for informational purposes only or for an upcoming agenda.
So
6.1. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, that's so 6.1. We kind of discussed already. You know, again, if any of you can make it, I strongly urge you to attempt to make it. Let me know. Shoot me an email, shoot me a text, whatever. Just let me know because they do kind of like a count just for food and stuff like that. So, and then 6.2 is an update on the water service agreement between the city of Hudson and the village of North Hudson. The city of Hudson has signed an agreement, and from what Mary just told me tonight, that the village also has signed the agreement. We believe it's back with the attorneys. What we're waiting for, there was 2 exhibits on there that needed to be done. One was, I believe it was some mapping, and now I'm drawing a blank on what the second exhibit was.
Yeah, they were
I
both
think
kind
it
of
was
related.
Yeah, mapping and then
Assets and mapping, I think.
Yep, and then it had to do with any easements that you know we have easements and stuff like that. So if we do have to get in there and repair everything, basically once we get the agreement, the signed agreement, I will send that out to everybody so you have copies of it and then you can review it. Long agreement short is that the Hudson Utilities will be taking over daily operations and maintenance of the North Hudson system, water system up there. So what that means, we'll be doing the flushing, we'll be doing the valve box turning, all that kind of stuff that relates to maintenance and stuff like that. If there is any main breaks, things like that, we will be responsible for them. The village has retained ownership of the lines. So if there is any replacement that needs to happen, that would be on the village would be responsible for the cost of that. Part of the agreement also was that the Lake Malibu crossing, that will be 100% owned by the city of Hudson. And then with any replacement costs would be the city of Hudson's deal on that too. So, but like I said, I'll send it out once I get the signed agreement. I'll send that out so everybody can see it. And then we should be done with that for hopefully 2 years. So,
Kip, when is it going to affect?
I'm assuming once everything's signed and we get the signed copy of it with the attachments.
Oh, when?
So I don't know. It
I
depends
thought there
on
would be an effective date.
Well, there'll be an effective date on the agreement itself. But until we get copies of it, I guess, it's still North Hudson's, until everything's executed and delivered. So.
Yeah, why would it only be effective for 2 years?
Thank you. That was my question.
Yeah, we put three, boy, I want to say it's a 3-year agreement. So a 3-year contract or agreement. We're down to about 2 years now. But we did that so it can be looked at and not forgotten about forever, because we don't want to deal with a 1979 agreement again, or the length that that was out there without having any tweaks, for anything. So that's pretty much
all
the
the
reason
old
why
agreements go away with this new agreement.
the old water agreement goes away. We still have a wastewater agreement out there. That'll be next that we're going to be looking at. But yeah, the water agreements would go away. This would be the new updated one. And then every 2 years, 2 or 3 years, we'd be looking at it. If there's any tweaks or changes, not only from the city side, but from the village's side, we'll see how this works. We didn't want to have a non-end date.
But this is water only.
This is water only. Yes, correct.
And
Something
another
else
part
that's in there. Mhm.
sorry, Joyce, go ahead.
Okay, something else that's in there is that there's a quarterly meeting that will be established to discuss the agreement, to make sure that everything's going well. And one of the things that I pushed for at the city council is to make sure that everybody from the Public Utilities Commission and from the city council is aware of the meetings and invited to the meetings, so that if they want to attend, they can.
Correct. Yeah. So Aaron is responsible for setting that meeting up. So once he sets these up, and I want to say it's, is it March or April? Yeah, there's quarterly meetings between the village representation, the city representation, the utility representation. Just so everybody's up on the same page, just so we know what's going on, so everybody's aware of what's happening. But Aaron is in charge of setting that up. So when he does, he will be notifying all the commissioners also of the meeting date, and going from there. So.
And this came from the attorney, Kip? This agreement was
yeah.
penned by the attorney?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It was, between all of us, but yeah, it's legally from the attorney. Yes. Correct.
Mary, did you have something that you wanted to say?
No. Thanks for asking.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Kip.
Yep.
That's helpful. All right, item 7, sewer utility and water utility cash reports.
Those are not in your packet. We did not receive them from finance. I know right now and I apologize, but I know right now, finance is extremely busy, not only with all the budgets and everything else they got going on, but I know that they have been doing some training and things like that. So,
Yeah.
they're just not included in this month.
Did they happen to get the sewer general ledger problem fixed so they can cut checks without manually cutting checks? Any idea?
I don't think they're having any issues that I'm aware of.
Well, they were last month.
Well,
I didn't know if that
it
got
could be.
fixed.
I'm assuming it has.
I know they were working with Civic, but they were still having problems last month, July.
Well, they've been having problems ever since we went to a new financial software. They're trying to work out, but I have not heard anything, Mary.
No.
But so I'm assuming if I haven't heard anything, that everything is taken care of.
All right, item 8, discussion and possible action on claims. Got the utility payables issue sheets attached.
So you do have the majority of them. Everybody should have received an email from Jace. We had a couple come in late yesterday that we could not get attached to the agenda. So when you vote on these, we would like those included. And then what we'll do is once we go back, once the meeting's over, we can actually attach that stuff to the agenda, so it's officially on the page. It's just we couldn't do it. We just couldn't do it in time. So you should have received some payables through an email. And this we do need a vote on.
Need a motion.
All right, everybody got a chance to look at that? Do we have a motion on that item?
If you have any questions about any of the payables, you can always call me and we'll get the answer for you.
Okay.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. All right. Adjournment.
So
Move to
moved.
adjourn.
Second.
All right, motion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. We have adjourned.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Have
you.
a
Have a good night.
good week.
Too. Bye-bye.